Welcome to the SLUSH podcast, the only place on the internet where we cover toddler toys to movie reviews and all of the spoilers in between.
But yeah, long time no see. How you been, Cody?
I'm all right. You know me, I'm always busy. Working, finish the show, started the show, about to finish the show, start another show.
Yeah. Cycle of film.
Yeah, my next show's like, I don't know, I haven't signed NDA yet, I guess, but like I'm going to Callowit for 6 weeks.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, that's why I bought that goofy hat.
It's a wicked actually.
Oh yeah, sorry. What happened off air, I showed Sully a hat I bought today that I had to go all the way across friggin' Toronto for.
It looks sick.
And the context was that I bought it because I'm worried about my head being cold.
Hell yeah. I'm a big fan.
Even though it was like 6 degrees here today.
Oh wow, it was really that warm? Wow.
Yeah, dude, it was like the crew park was like walking through like Tim Hortons, what do they call them? Ice cap. You know what I mean? Like all sludgy and
just slushy and just not really much. It's like it's been.
What have you been saying, Sully? Like you're not a corporate man now. You just living the life.
Yeah, it's been very weird. Like I knew getting into it, like I was like, oh yeah, now I'm actually like officially unemployed for a little while. It sounds weird to say, but it's been like I don't have to wake up in the morning to go to a corporate job 9 to 5. Like this is weird. So I've been taking up other stuff. I've been going to the gym every morning pretty much just to keep myself in the early schedule. And I picked up streaming again, which is quite nice. I've been trying to stream every weekend for the most part. I've been trying to put myself through a gauntlet of playing through every Final Fantasy from 1 to 16. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And it's just a death sentence. But however, on Valentine's Day, I did record like a little dating sim just to just to put some variety into it. Hell yeah.
Incredible. We'll have to get like your Twitch name like put on the screen here somewhere.
We used to have it all the time. It's my tag handle, Adventure Man.
Oh, there you go. That one.
Yeah.
Put it somewhere in here.
Yeah. I used to have it everywhere. When we first started SLUSH podcast, it was everywhere. But then we just slowly we just call him Sully. Like, yeah, I guess that's cool.
Well, you also weren't streaming.
No, I wasn't streaming at all. No, I was not. I was not a consistent streamer at all. I was on and off for a long time. And I would have periods where I'd be like super consistent and then I just drop and then I'll be super consistent and drop. And this is playing through every Final Fantasy every weekend has been my thing to like, you know what? This is my goal to keep myself consistent and just playing through one singular series. It's going to take me goddamn forever.
Nice.
However, I'm going to a Final Fantasy concert in my around here at the Rebecca Cohen. It's going to be playing it's a whole orchestra playing the video game music. I'm actually so excited. It's happening in April, so I'm hoping to see how far I get in my Final Fantasy journey to get to there. Hopefully I'm done. Probably not, but hey.
I have a feeling this is where you're gonna find love, Sully, at the Final Fantasy concert.
I'm gonna dress. I'm actually gonna get like a black morph suit, a little witch hat, and glowing eyes, and a fucking snuggie. I'm going as a little black mage. It's a little dude that just like little wizard staffs and stuff. They look adorable. I'm planning on going as one.
Dude, you're gonna love this. I'm not throwing trash at anybody, but there's like a whole thing with actors and tattoos. This will be a little bit of a long-winded story. Actors and tattoos, and then what the less good actors do is they don't tell people about their tattoos. So then they get to set, and you're like, "What the heck? You got tattoos?" And they're like, "Yeah, just cover it up." But like a real tattoo cover-up's like a long process, right? So somebody was telling me about this background guy that got sent to their show and didn't tell their agent or the show that they had face tattoos.
Oh.
And not only did they have face tattoos, they had a big tattoo in the center of their head and a tattoo like under their eye. And the person that was telling me the story today showed me a picture of it. And I was like, that's a Yu-Gi-Oh tattoo. And the guy had he had the Millennium Eye tattooed like in the middle of his forehead. And then he had like a weird eye tattoo that I'm also pretty sure is a Yu-Gi-Oh thing, but obviously I'm not nearly as familiar as you are. But I thought you'd really appreciate that.
Hell yeah. That's crazy though. Having it tatted on your face is wild. I don't know if I'll go that far.
Dude, it was such a massive tattoo. It's so crazy. What would be kind of gangsters like one of those Millennium, like one of those like, are they all the Millennium Eyes? Because Yugi's got that eye thing
So
going
so
on
it
here,
goes
right?
like Yugi, the main character, has the Millennium Puzzle. When it takes him 2 years to build the puzzle because like no instructions, and then once he builds the puzzle, that's when like the alter ego Yami comes forth, and that's when he becomes like the deep manly voice and the kid Yugi motor that you have between in the show. And then they have like the other things. There's like Millennium Rod that one of the villains use. There's the Millennium Necklace that other villains use. Then there's Millennium Eye that one of the other most of the every other person that's not Yugi is a villain that's using the Millennium items pretty much. There's even like a
I
Millennium.
just say it'd be cool if you
Go
had a
on.
little Millennium Eye tattoo under your eye. Like that'd be kind of gangster.
Man, it's actually crazy too because in the '90s, like Yu-Gi-Oh actually has like a black cast of Egyptian characters that are black. It's kind of crazy. You don't see that all too often in anime in general. But yeah, even they have like face tattoos in the show, which is all like Egyptian hieroglyphs, which is pretty neat.
Yeah, did you know like we didn't know how to read like hieroglyphs until like something crazy like 1880 or something?
Actually, I think I believe that because I think they were like trying to really do like, dig like archaeological sites and really dig into what a lot of it was saying. But
Well, it was like the Rosetta Stone thing, right? Like that's
yeah,
like because they found like the Rosetta Stone that translated Egyptian into Greek, and they knew what the Greek was, and they were able to translate the Egyptian.
yeah, man, I wonder how they like really got like I guess it's just like really just simple decoding, but man, that must have took a really long time to really like figure out how to decode it in hieroglyphs and like it's just and
Dude,
at the same time it's kind of like it's just like this is what we think they're saying still at the end of it. So
I couldn't do elementary or high school French. You know what I mean? Let alone translate like a friggin' dead language.
dude, yeah, yeah, it's 6 years of French in and out of me, dude. Fuck.
Um, have you been playing any more of that Folklore Hunter game?
Yeah, I ended up beating another one of the things on my own. Uh,
Dude, you are a machine. How
yeah.
are you not streaming that?
It, I don't know what I've been only been streaming Final Fantasy as of late, and I was like, I was like, I should think of time and really like to, whenever you're available to just stream and play together. I think it'd be fun. But uh, but yeah, I was just like, oh yeah, I was like, you know what, I'll see how far I can get, and then I just been like casually beating the game. It's
Dude, I'm like the worst. Like I'm such a weenie when it comes to playing video games. Like even like Hell Divers. Like I've been doing the cyber stand stuff, and like I just like the amount of times I just drop in and immediately die. I'm just like, oh, these poor guys. Like they have no idea the potato that just landed in this.
I can't say much either. I'm like okay at Helldivers. I'm not gonna even say I'm pretty good. I've been playing on and off for years. I've not been able to get past high levels, to be honest.
The Folklore Hunter, I was playing with two other people, and we were doing the Wendigo campaign, and we were like hiding out in the cabin, and I'm like looking outside, I'm like, wow, like there's some weird glitch with the fire, and then like I shit you not, like the Wendigo's face popped right up in the window, and I was like a real like, "Wah!"
I was playing that oh my god, what the heck was it? It's not the Mothman one, it's the one in the middle between them. I forgot what the creatures are called. But
The vampire one, the Strigoi.
yes, yeah. Those guys were like really simple. I don't know if they're just like immune to like they don't like being seen on camera because that's what I was able to use in the map just to like I would put up cameras
Ooh.
everywhere just so I can constantly see and can stay perfectly still. Garlic useless. And
Yes.
one thing I thought it'd be useful against was the fucking vampires. Nah, nothing. I put it everywhere. uh, and
Dude.
I think I hit a point when I got like 3/4 into the main story of it, and I noticed where all the enemies were spawning during the day, so I'd constantly see where the enemies are just launching out. I'd be like, "Oh, they're just assets. They're all just like posing up in the middle of the woods." I walked up to them. I'm like, "Oh, they're not doing anything." I shoot one again, nothing. All right, walk away. Keep doing my thing. I was like, "Oh." Then as soon as it hit nighttime, I could see all those one things that roll around around. Except the one I shot ended up dying because I was shooting at it while I wasn't gonna tell it moved. Yeah.
Did you see that they actually for like the Mothman one? I haven't tried the Mothman campaign yet, but that they actually voted on that. It was like the Mothman, the Chupacabra, or something else.
I actually did not see that. No, I haven't not played the
It's
Mothman
like
one yet either.
it's kind of cool that they had like that level of community engagement. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm kind of excited to see like where it's a pretty basic game, and I'm pretty excited to see what kind of other folklore monsters they put into it.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah. I
yeah.
really want to hunt a Chupacabra. Well, apparently that's a thing you can do in Red Dead Redemption.
Have you played it? Have you played the mission?
N-
There-
No, no.
in oh, well, I'm thinking of in Red Dead One. In Red Dead Redemption One, there's a I think it's an Undead Nightmare DLC. You can hunt Bigfoot, and
Oh,
then
right on.
yeah. Except the funny thing is that you're hunting Bigfoot and you're like tracking his steps, and you can see like zombies' bodies that he's been beating up, and you think he's like killing people, but you realize, oh, these are just rotten corpses. Oh, they're just dead. And then by the time you like meet Bigfoot, he's like crying and sad, and he can talk. And you're like, hey, and then the main character's like, hey, you're Bigfoot. He's like, yeah, I'm the only one left of my species. Just end it. Just shoot me. And he's like, but you eat babies. That's what you Bigfoots do. And Bigfoot's like, what? I don't eat babies. You know what? Whatever convinces you to pull the trigger on me. Yeah, whatever. And then main character's like, this feels wrong. It's really weird. And you have the
Hey,
option to kill Bigfoot or not. And yeah, spoilers.
um, there's a book by the same guy that did World War Z, and it's called Devolution. And dude, it's wild. It's about like this hippie community. So they live like off the grid in the Rockies. And there's like a Mount Rainier erupts, like in the same way like Mount St. Helens, and it like cuts them off from civilization. So like if you ever read World War Z, like they do this thing where it's like kind of like a like he's interviewing people about what happened. So they're using like like the person that's on the like in the town. They're like reading from her diary type thing is how you're learning the story. And they're talking about like yeah they get locked trapped in, but also like the eruption is forcing like Sasquatches into this town, and like the Sasquatches start like eating people and shit. Like it's pretty wild. Like would recommend.
That's crazy stuff. And World War Z?
Yeah. And
What?
dude, the craziest part of it is like because they're doing like retrospective, right? So like they're interviewing people and they're saying stuff like, you know, like we were hoping to save more people. Like it was total like societal dysfunction. And one of the things is they're like, yeah, if we weren't fighting a war in Venezuela. And I was like,
Yeah.
not to timestamp us, but you know.
Yeah, that did happen not too long ago. A little Venezuelan thing. Crazy enough.
Okay, pause. Can you go to like the audio thing in Discord and just listen to yourself for a second?
And me?
Yeah, because you're doing like I think your microphone that has the same problem my microphone has.
Okay. Let me go listen to myself. This is me talking. This is me talking. Hmm. In interesting. Oh, I think I hear what you. Let's put it like so. Ba 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 ba. There. Is that a bit better now? Question mark.
Did you hear that?
I think so. Like when I when I'm hearing my own voice, it kind of like cackles in and out like on the thing. But I know when
Yeah,
I'm
it's
yeah.
kind of like a clip, you know what I mean? Like, but it's not because it's not when you're being the loudest. It's something else going on there.
Weird. Weird. OBS seems to be like picking it up fairly well, all things considered. Discord is being weird about it though.
Okay, cool. As long as you have a clean audio, though.
Yeah, I got your audio recording in my headset, and I have my audio recording in here.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So it shouldn't be too big of an issue, but if I'm sounding weird on your end, damn.
No, I can live with it. I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to be like totally a foobard.
Yeah. I
But
appreciate it.
I think it's a Discord thing because I'm having a similar issue with my microphone. That's why I'm wearing my gaming headset.
Yeah. I don't know what it is with Discord sometimes because like I whenever I'm streaming, I try to use this one a lot. But sometimes I had to ditch this entirely and just go raw on my headset, and I hate going off the headset because I sound way more nasally and cackles. But what can I do? I also like to mess with pitches and stuff like that, so I can just go, "Your soul is mine," with my freaking pitches here. It's great.
All right. Sorry, Matt. And we're back.
Unrelated note, playing Final Fantasy, like I've been voice acting every character has been a blast. I've actually been This has been my favorite part of like actually playing the game than actually playing the game. I've been able to like practice different fluctuations and like doing like try to remember what each character sounds like has been a bit of a challenge, but also I just whenever I just hate a character, I just give them like the worst voice I can do.
So we should, what we should do. This is like a bit of a swing, but we should get AI to write this like a script about us, and then you just do all the voices. Like I'm way more interested in hearing you do your version of our voices.
That'd be pretty funny, actually. uh,
Yeah.
I actually did like take a scene from Dragon Ball and tried to voice all the characters that I could, and which I think I did okay. I think I can get better at it. But yeah, it's been something I've actually been like really been enjoying doing. It's been taking me a while to get like whenever I try to do like single character, like I really had to punctuate all my voice and effort to get that character's voice spot on, and then all of a sudden once I like after like the next day, I can't just naturally go back into the voice again. I have to like really hone in on just like focusing my voice and getting it to that point again. It was like, holy shit, I'm getting how much hard work this is now. Like, holy shit.
Are you just like shouting in your living room?
Me?
Like, are you like, yeah, like when you're doing like when you're doing the Dragon Ball Z, are you like, Kamehameha?
I have to do it in the day during specifically during the day. Yeah. I have
neighbors.
I have a little. It's in my other room right now, but I have it blocks out sound and it goes right over my mic. I actually take my mic off of this stand and put it into another one. It has like a C stand with like the little sound foams, and even has like a little spot where I can read a script out, which is quite nice.
Cool.
Yeah. It blocks out a lot of sound. Not that it gets too quiet in here. Other than like my PC, sometimes my fridge, or sometimes outdoor noises come out, but it does block out enough to make it like super consistent, which is quite nice.
Well, sometimes too, it's like the reverberation. You know what I mean? Like your voice bouncing around the room.
Yeah. It isn't much because I can tell when it's like just doing this voice with like on this open air. It Once it's just in the condensed area, it does like the reverb is just way more focused on it. Yeah. Man.
Yeah, dude, you should get like ThingBook getting the teleprompter set up. Like that's what I'm running right now.
I've actually been thinking about it. I've been thinking about it so much because I was like, I want a teleprompter right at my camera. So goddamn much.
Yeah. Well, and like I guess what like some streamers do is they put like the chat in the teleprompter, and then like play their game or whatever.
Yeah, I have a chat. Like this is I use my TV. That's it. I ain't nothing special because my couch and everything. I had to have like, since I don't have two monitors, I put my chat at the bottom right corner and it has like a transparent so I can see them while I'm playing, even over the game. And I have the same thing over my actual chat overlay, like the viewers would see. And I have one that I see. They're two different, different things. And I also have to have my phone up as well, just so I can be a moderator on my own chat. Just it also when it's on my phone, I can also tell how many people are actually in the who's actually watching or not, which does make it a bit easier. I do want to be I do want to be able to like simulcast from Twitch and YouTube. I thought it was gonna be a bit harder to stream off of YouTube than I initially thought. I was just like I was just exploring the options because I was just like, you know what is it? Because YouTube, once you put yourself in creator mode, you can go in the YouTube Studio and there's YouTube Stream, and then you have to click on YouTube Stream and it says you need permissions to go on YouTube Stream. Would you like permission? And I just said, yeah, I like permission. Give us a minute. Then here now can be a streamer on YouTube. I was like, oh, that was a lot easier than I thought. I mean, it's not easier on Twitch, but don't get me wrong. It's just funny that like I thought there was like a prerequisite for YouTube, but well, I guess I'm wrong. But yeah,
That's awesome.
the only thing I was trying to figure out like how it'll work is how to get like, because I have Twitch chat will be able to set up, but not YouTube chat, and they're two different chats that could be going on at the same time. That can be a bit hard. So I was hoping to get like a tablet of sort to be balance it out, but yeah. Oh, I've been getting into the nitty gritty of it, man. I've also been like really getting into just the streaming culture of it all. Cause I've been watching all my VODs, cause I've been trying to like edit down my first playthrough of Final Fantasy 1 into, I have like 18 hours of footage. I've been trying to condense down to just an hour video. And after watching all my VODs, I've been kind of getting better of like what I should be doing better and like what can be work as comedic time in, or just how I should be like presenting myself more and how to fill in dead air. And I've also been watching other people's streams and just being a chatter myself and see what I expect to be out of a chatter. So I've been really trying to get all sides of the world from getting really involved and being a streamer now. So I've been going all in.
That's awesome, dude.
Right?
I'm glad you kind of have the time for it. You know what I mean? Like that's one of the beautiful things about, it's like one of the good and the bad things with the film industry is that, you know, you kind of work your guts out for 6 months a year, but then you have the option to like not do something for a large part of
Yeah.
the year if you're really smart about it.
Yeah. So it's been quite nice. It's been my forte of trying to get something into myself to get. And everyone's like, "You get a full time stream?" It's like, no, that sounds horrible. I've seen some people do it where they just like they stream from like 7 all the way to like 3 in the morning, or like they have like Monday to Friday they're streaming. It's like, man, I'm just doing every weekend, and that's a lot.
Dude, I follow the streamer Facebook Cracked. He's the guy that was doing like the Call of Duty mage builds,
Oh wow.
and he banged up his groin somehow, like playing golf and you're doing yoga or something. And so like for the longest time, dude, he was like literally streaming from his bed, like laying down.
Oh. But man, speaking of streamers, man, the one at the well, I think he's just the biggest streamer now is I Show Speed. You may have seen his face a little bit. He's man, he is so big. Like he was doing he does like tours around the world, and he actually just like streams like events that you be doing in that country, in that wherever country he's in. He does like a stream of being involved in the culture of like it's actually bizarre how much like momentum he gets from it, because he's the number one streamer on Twitch and I think on YouTube as well. And he has like he's a super athletic guy, and he has a phone that just exclusively has chat on him, so he's constantly can read chat and still interact with people and all that. But man,
This isn't the guy that just had that movie, is it?
no, that's a YouTuber.
Oh,
Yeah, I do know who you're talking about.
sorry.
That's Markiplier. I did actually have in my notes that he talked about today. Talk about that guy. I did go to see that movie too. Yeah,
You did go see it?
I did go see it. Yeah, yeah.
Sully and I have a mutual friend that we've played D&D with, Carrie Ann, and Carrie Ann asked me if I wanted to go see it. I looked up the trailer and I was like, it's too scary for me. Like, I don't want to see that.
Too scary. My lord.
I just don't like I like sci-fi, and I think that it did look like it was bordering on sci-fi. I don't do like straight up horror because I think it's like kind of silly. Like I'm like this is totally made up.
Oh,
Like at least science fiction has some science to it.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Uh,
It is like one of those. It's like one of those cosmic horrors where it has like the idea of like space being super scary in that aspect. Um, yeah.
the only horror movie, and I don't even know if it really counts. I kind of like, I'm like, I really dug that. Was 13 Ghosts.
13 Ghosts, huh?
Yeah, but like that's kind of like almost sci-fi because they're like, we're putting the ghost into a machine.
What about Jason X, dude?
Yeah, I saw Jason X when I was like a child. Like, dude, I literally remember that we went to see it in the theater in Liverpool, and like the old lady that lives in the apartment across the street called the cops in the theater because they were letting minors in. And so like
Yo.
my friend's mom had to like vouch for us. Like she didn't even come and see the movie. She just said to like the ticket guy who was the manager of the theater, just like, yeah, I said they can get in. And then there was like a kid behind us, and the kid just went, I'm with them, and he let it. Like, it was a sequel.
Hell yeah. Uh, respect.
Yeah. Same thing with like the Final Destination stuff. Like the final, like I do get like you're always like you're like, oh god, it's coming, how's it gonna happen, is it this way, is it that, is that thing gonna explode, and then it's always like the surprise of like this is what it is. um but I remember like sneaking out of like friggin', I think it was either Snow Dogs or like Eight Below. I think it was the Cuba Gooding Jr. one because
Oh,
we were there for cadets and we snuck out and went and snuck into the Final Destination, the one with the logs.
oh yeah. Man, a
Dude,
lot.
the funniest
Go
the
on.
funniest thing with that movie trip, this is a total segue, is like, we had these old officers, they were like country bumpkins, loved them to death. But they were like, yeah, well, like what movies we're gonna go see? And it was like the options were like Eight Below. It was Final Destination was playing, and they're like, no way in hell you're gonna see that. Eight Below. And then the other movie they wanted to go see was the like a date movie.
Like a
You remember that? It was like the
rom-com?
scary movie version of a like a rom com. Because they
Oh.
had no idea what they were going into, and they were horrified.
That's hilarious. Uh, yeah. But yeah, other than that, I was going back to Iron Lung. This was actually like a interesting thing for like indie filmmakers because Markiplier, he not only did he pay to get like a lot of the sets going and get everything distributing wise and get production wise. Like most YouTubers who go from like YouTube to like actually like making films, they work at a production company like A24. Um, like what's that one with the horror movie with the hand that was made by a YouTuber? I forgot what their name
The
was.
Adams Family, Wednesday.
No, I don't know. Yeah. It has like a book that you can shake not a book, but it's like a password hand that you can shake. It like talk to the devil or something like that. But yeah, not a horror movie. But yeah, Markiplier he self-financed and then self-distributed the movie, and he was able to also
Wildly self-distributed. That's a big deal.
that yeah, it is a huge deal, especially like all out of his own pocket and even just trying to get it to first he was only going to get it to his local theaters and then it got bigger and then it got bigger where then he just started getting to like almost every theater in the states and then it started spreading out to Canada and now some were even filming it in the Europe. It was pretty crazy how far it stretched out, especially for like being a niche thing too.
Yeah, it's interesting. Is like, obviously like AI is like a big conversation that we have at work about AI taking our jobs. But there is like a thing, I'm like, I don't think it will ever completely take our jobs, but like people want to make movies. Like people want to be on set, directors want to direct, writers want to write. I think that like AI is definitely going to have an influence on the industry, but I don't think it's going to make the industry go away. It might make some people have to work a little bit harder,
I'm sorry.
but
Yeah, I do know what you mean. There's also some instances where like I would see like one of the biggest ones. I think it's called Seedance 2.0. That AI is actually like does have like a it's really well and like how much actually like it shows people like interacting, either fighting or whatever. What the heck? Heck, even SAG-AFTRA got into a big deal with it when they did that whole Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise having a fight, and it looked legitimate, like it was Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise fighting. What they were talking about was unhinged, but it was legitimately like Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt in a theoretical movie via AI.
Was that the one where like they're Google or something, aren't they? Like, aren't they part of ByteDance or whatever that is?
I'm not 100% sure. I think
Matt,
I don't know if
I
Google.
think Matt and I were talking about this.
I'm not 100% Google AI is. Oh my god! There's like OpenAI. I think it's Seedance. I think it's called question mark. I'm not too familiar.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar.
I'm pulling it up. I'm finding the article right now. Maybe if I'm lucky. Why do I send so many messages to Matt? Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, ByteDance to add safeguards to Seedance 2.0 after Hollywood backlash. Also, these guys are not a paid sponsor of the podcast, but dude, I started using Ground News, and I cannot recommend it enough.
Round News?
Like, yeah, because like they're like, here's what like articles on the left are posting, and here's what people on the right are posting, and then like it gives you a little bar in the middle to see like where like political sides it's taking, and then like I pay for it because it's pretty cheap, but when you pay for it, you get like a they call it blind spot. So like it'll literally post like, here's an article that's underreported on the left, and here's an article that's underreported on the right.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's and then like, so when it shows you that article, let me see if I don't have it loaded on my, but like when it shows you that article, it gives you like it's probably AI, to be honest, an AI summary, but then it'll show you all the news organizations on the bottom that are like reporting on that, and you can click on those and read those individual articles.
Wow, that's actually pretty crazy.
Dude, it's phenomenal.
It kind of sounds like something like Google has with their AI, or it's just like, here's an answer. Then it's like kind of vaguely the answer, but then it just says, here's their sources or the AI got it from. Like, thank you.
Dude, it's so funny. Like when I don't know if you saw it, but I'm going to the Arctic for work, and I was like just looking. I was like, oh, like maybe I want like a big-ish knife, like not because like I'm trying to flex, but just like gloves and stuff. Like I want something that I can, and something I'm not fragile with, if I need to chip ice off of something, And then I'm like looking up knives, and then I was like, oh, I wonder what the best knife for fighting a polar bear was. So I put into Google AI like best like knife for fighting a polar bear, and the Google AI was like, just don't do that. Like, like it's a bad idea.
Just don't do. I mean, it's right. Like,
it's so funny, dude.
That's actually
it was like the chances of survival are very unlikely, and it was like, it was the best AI response.
I always think of like the compressor knife that you can like stab in sharks and stuff like that. That knife's cool as fuck.
You mean the one that blows gas?
Yeah,
like,
hell yeah.
I think it's called the Wasp. The Wasp.
Yes, that rings a bell like right on. That knife is crazy.
It was invented for divers to like stab sharks with.
Yeah, because like it can implode them, and if you like get latched onto you, which is, I mean, obviously you don't want that to happen, and that's a way to save yourself. So pretty neat.
But dude, I think there's way more chance of you stabbing yourself with the friggin'.
Yeah, honestly, like especially if they're like it's shaking you around and it's berating itself and going up and down, and you lose a sense of direction. Who the fuck? You end up stabbing yourself, and yeah.
That's the thing with like bear attacks. Like most of the times, like a lot of people get shot because somebody else is trying to shoot the bear.
Yeah. I definitely see that. Man, there was actually one time my dad actually like scared away a black bear on a reserve. He went to go, like, we have our local dumpsters like maybe like 2 blocks away from our place, and he's just like putting in the back of his truck, and he went to go drive down, and then as soon as he got out of his truck and went to go get like the bags and throw it in the dumpster, he seen like a black bear digging through the trash, and then it comes out and it just stares at him, and my dad's like, He's about 6'5". Like, he's a tall guy, and he's like, oh man, I really want to get. I'm at the dumpster, man. I just want to throw this trash out. So obviously, when you make yourself big, he puts his arms up and just like stomps his foot down, and then the bear was just like, what the fuck? And then he ended up like chasing after it, and the bear ended up running away. And then he just threw his trash in the dumpster and came back, and he was like, all right, well, I might as well tell the chief not to tell people to go outside for a while. Tell the bear he leaves.
So we need a little jingle for like when you start like I got a story. It's like stories with Sully, tales from the res.
Hell yeah. Oh, that'd be funny actually.
That's what we're lacking. If we need a musical jingle guy, listen. If you're watching this and you're a jingle person, reach out.
I know we have like
or slide into Sully's DMs.
Slide into my DMs. Oh shit. Ooh. We technically have like the jingle with Cora. It used to be I forgot.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot what like. It was like some robotic girl's voice for a while until we like got Cora just to voice it over.
Yeah, well, I think Matt just made it with AI or something.
Yeah, I think he
like
did.
it was a British lady.
It was just a British lady for a while. I was like, "Where did you get that?" He's like, I was like, sounds about right. You know what I've been actually doing as of late too? I've been doing competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm going hard strong. I've been going to every one of my locals as much as I can. Oh, it's been so good. There's been 2 tournaments there's two tournaments every week. I've been going to them consistently. I'm trying to get to my regionals this year. Hell yeah. I want to go to YCS.
Where's regionals?
So regionals is probably going to be in like I think how it goes that there's only one spot here that actually does uphold like Konami's like tournament sponsorships here, and it's a strictly single sports card shop, run by a lovely old man. He's like 70. He's like the only spot in Halifax and Dartmouth that does anything Yu-Gi-Oh related like that. And I think once the sets of like tournaments to get into regionals are done, I think regionals actually take place in New Brunswick because it takes place of like PEI and New Brunswick and Nova Scotia. People who all been playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
What's the prize if you win that?
Yu-Gi-Oh has been very notorious in giving you the most barren or nothing burger of prizes. However, we do have pretty goofball prizes we've gotten before. A lot of times you get like a playmat but one of the YCSs, this is YCS World Championships, mind you. This is where it becomes like North America, Canada, like Europe and States. They're all competing, and the biggest prize they had for Yu-Gi-Oh players, I shit you not, was an air fryer. For the first prize.
Dude, you think it'd be like a seat, like just it's not even a big deal, just like one spot on the friggin' Yu-Gi-Oh cruise.
Oh, actually, it was a regionals for this. It was a prize, not the YCS. It was a regionals to get this. It was still hilarious, though.
That's such like a Japanese thing, though. Like the pachinko parlor, you know what I mean? Like here's an air fryer, and you gotta go next door to sell it to get the money.
I know, right? One of the newer ones I've seen that is obviously it's a bit of upper level where they have they've been doing this collab with these people called King of Ice, where they do like iced out like jewelry, and they're pretty much just giving like iced out versions of like the Millennium stuff I was talking about earlier, of like Millennium Necklace, Millennium Rod, and the iconic monsters. I was like, oh, actual jewelry. That's actually like a big step up from an air fryer.
Yeah, big step up from an air fryer, that's for sure.
Yeah, I was like,
don't get me wrong, I love my air fryer, but like the only thing that's gonna make that room smell worse is by adding the smell, pardon my French, the smell of like frying mozzarella sticks to it. Throw some fish in there.
Speaking of bad smells, though, there's an actual rule in the Yu-Gi-Oh rulebook that you have to shower before going to a tournament.
I swear to God, you're like the second person to tell me that in 2 days.
Really? In 2 days?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's actually hilarious because it's a big issue.
It's funny because there's a guy that he's like big into the table. Like some of the people we work with play like Magic the Gathering, and there's like a Star Wars version, like a tabletop card game they were playing. And one of the guys is like the best. I showed him a picture of like the Magic the Gathering cruise, and he's like, I can smell that picture. And I'm like, and I wanted to be like, yeah, because it's you. This is how you smell. The studio had to come tell you to clean out your office.
Wow. Goddamn magic.
Damn it, Sully. Damn it all the Oh, I bought I so like the terror I experienced in Folklore Hunter has inspired me to like dabble back into the VR thing. So I just bought
Oh,
like the link cable to my. I haven't done anything yet. I'm terrified. I like, and I'm never motivated to do those things on my own. You know what I mean? Like I have no interest in playing Folklore Hunter by myself. I love the idea of playing Folklore Hunter with 3 other people.
yeah. I'm an anomaly. I love playing horror games on my own. It's crazy.
It's like Left 4 Dead, dude. Like Left 4 Dead was just okay to play, but it was awesome to play with like a bunch of people.
Oh yeah, yeah. Evan is also one of those like it's more action than actually horror. uh,
Dude, I don't know, man. If you came around a corner and there was a witch there, like I'd poop
I
it.
mean, yeah, that is definitely is scary, but I feel like there's so much like it's like the excessive Call of Duty shooting you still get in the game. Yeah, but yeah.
Or like a tank shows up, like it's just
Oh,
like sheer panic.
or you get attacked by like a liquor and you get sucked up onto like the balcony.
I
Yeah.
just feel like that happened so much I got desensitized to it. Like I was almost consenting.
It's like, yeah, that happens. He's licking me up. Yeah.
Um,
Oh, that
well,
sounds weird out of context.
the VR games though, man, look actually scary.
Yeah, Resident Evil
There's
7 still looks insanely scary.
dude, the Resident Evil games, I'm gonna say this, like there's a bunch of games like the Resident Evil games and like the Silent Hill games. I'm just too dumb for. Like I don't understand them. And I'm like, yeah, they're kind of spooky, but like I'm just walking around here and like in fog and I got 3 bullets. Like and I remember playing like the Silent Hill demo and there was like a weird zombie aardvark thing and I just kicked it to death. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like I don't know where to go. I am not smart enough to play these games.
If we're both Resident Evil and Silent Hill,
Yeah, it's not for me. I was like, these are too. But the funny thing is, like, I loved like the God of like the first God of War, like the first 3 Gods of War,
oh, those are
like were my
those.
jam.
Yeah, they're cinematic like masterpieces. Oh, they're beautiful.
I heard they just cast somebody to play Kratos in the movie, but it wasn't anybody I was expecting.
Yeah, I seen that too, and they also are doing like the original trilogy remake as of late. They just announced for the
Didn't
Sony.
they already remake that once for like PS5 or PS4 or something?
They did like remasters, or just like report it with like improved like control schemes and whatever. But I think it's like legitimately like a remake. They're remaking the game from the ground up to be like modern standard. But I'm also just like whenever I look back at those games, like I think back at like that Kronos fight, that shit is a spectacle, man. I don't know. I don't
Dude, I
know how
can't
much
even
more you need to do.
remember it.
Even though like the Poseidon fight is crazy. Yeah.
Dude, that game was like way, dude. The one of the craziest things was the final cinematic, and it was just Kratos like watching over every war in history after that. It kind of got my jimmies going.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But then it's funny because in the friggin' the Wolverine movie, there's like a montage of like Wolverine and all the wars.
Oh, I think that's like I think that's Wolverine Origins, right?
Yeah, the one
Yeah,
with Ryan Reynolds. Where well, I guess Ryan Reynolds is in it now, but you know what I mean, like the
yeah, yeah,
original Ryan Reynolds,
yeah. Yeah, I do
the
remember.
Merc without the mouth.
It, yes, exactly. He didn't really say much in when he had some mouth either, to be honest, in the movie.
Yeah, well, there was like weirdness. Like that's like such an interesting story because like there was weirdness with him and like the directors and like the creatives and stuff that they had like an image of who Wade Wilson was going to be, and it wasn't really in line. Like that's the problem with that whole movie is none of it's really in line with any of the comics.
Yeah, even like the one thing they made up with that actually like I think like actually stayed with like a lot of comic book continuity was like Sabretooth being Wolverine's brother. Like that was I think that was like the first in that movie because before it just never was like that. They were just two dudes who really hated each other.
And dude, I must have like I'm sure I talked about this on the podcast, but like that movie came out when I was in first year university, and I just remember watching the bootleg version in somebody's residence room, and it was like not close to being done. So there was like a bunch of stuff. Like there was a part where like Wolverine puts it or Sabretooth puts his hand on the window, and then like literally an arrow pops up and it says claws grow to here. And then like there was another part where like they're having a shootout and one of the guys like throws like throws his guns into the air and he pulls out two magazines and the guns are just like polyform like CGI and they just land on his hand and then slide off and it's just him holding two magazines going
That's crazy. Wow.
yeah, it was absolutely and like the whole final battle was like a combination of like terrible CGI and like wire work. You can still see the wires.
Hell yeah. That's my jam. Let's go. My God. That sounds pretty goofy to see, though. Holy crap. Unfinished.
Dude, it was wild. It was like, that's like an early leak. You know what I mean? I can't think of another movie that had a leak like that.
Yeah, I can't think of anything like that either, per se. Like, obviously,
I don't even know what they would like. They probably used LimeWire to download that.
yeah, yeah, you would have to use LimeWire just to download that and get it everywhere. Especially with like just like it was still like the shots and everything, right? Like from the movie, just like without the main CGI into it.
Yeah, I think it was mostly. I'm like I said, I never saw the finished product, which is terrible of me. I'll have to go buy 3 copies now just so I don't get kicked out of the union.
This is your moment. You're confessing.
The greatest irony of it is I worked on an X-Men movie.
It's true. Yeah. Didn't have Wolverine in that one though, did it?
No, I don't think it did. Had everybody else in it, but like the young versions.
Yeah. The new cast.
I don't know where was Wolverine in that movie.
That was after Days of Future Past, right? And Apocalypse.
Yeah, it was Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, because I remember last you see him in that with those cast is in Days of Future Past.
Oh, he would have been at Strider's facility in Adamantium.
Yeah.
That's where he would have been.
Rip.
Nerds.
As I got my Superman shirt on.
Sully, do you think we have yet reached a following where we could pull off a poll?
A poll for like
yeah. We've thrown around some ideas about doing movie like reviews on movies and stuff like that. I think it'd be cool if we go watch it. Like the only person that's gonna vote is gonna be John, and it's gonna be for Ghostbusters.
That's true. Like the amount of time his extensive knowledge in Ghostbusters is like, well, let's talk more about this. Like, John, we have 4 episodes or something like talk about Ghostbusters. Like already.
John's gonna be like, well, you already did Starship Troopers.
It's like, dude, that was 1. And we never revisited it. We haven't even finished Star Wars. We only did 1 and 2 and Andor and capped out.
We got more. We got more in us, I think. It's just honestly like it has been crazy.
I think
ever since Christmas, dude.
I think really Christmas is really like threw the things out of whack because obviously like one thing that you're probably wondering is like just people wondering like you haven't seen me in forever. Where have I been? I haven't been in an episode in quite a while. What the fuck? I know. I'm just addressing it now. I'm just talking casually like I just wasn't around. It's been either like Matt and Cody or Matt and Cora or Matt and John, and then now I'm Mac. And it's just me and Cody without no Matt. It's been weird.
Hey, but listen, I think like we put a lot of pressure on Matt, you know what I mean, to edit all this shit and stuff. So I think it's good that, and Matt has always said that go do stuff. You know, like we talked about, I still desperately want to do the Ender's Game series.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, just commit to the first 3 books, and you know it's wild. Or you know what we do? This is we're saying it on air. I've read the first 3 books, so you should do like the alternate, and we should compare.
The alternate,
because
like
the first book there's a movie, and the second book there's a graphic novel.
oh shit, I did not know that.
But like the third one, you might be stuck reading the book.
Yeah.
You could do the audiobook. Do the audiobook.
The movie with Harrison Ford represent. And then
The second one is like wild. Like in the first chapter, like a man gets flayed alive.
oh my god, that's actually crazy.
Dude, I'm telling you, like Xenocide is like a wild book. Like it's not this campy. Like even the original Ender's Game book, like kids are killing kids. Like it's real like Lord of the Flies kind of stuff.
Wow, I actually did not know about too much into it when I've obviously only watched a movie a little while back, but damn.
Dude, I'm telling you, like you'll be impressed, and like it's kind of hard sci-fi. Like there's some whimsical stuff in it, but like they do a lot of like the time dilation, like for traveling like near the speed of light. Like I don't know, dude. I think it's worth checking out.
Hell yeah, Ender's
And
Game.
I'm not saying that because it's like an indigenous thing. There's like a whole like the whole like second book is like kind of about colonizers, but you know.
Yeah. It's I imagine it's like what the bug things are taking over, right? And like how, because I only going vaguely off to remember in the movie that it only watched like maybe 10 years ago. Yeah, like the end of the movie, they're like questioning whether or not it's the right thing to be doing of taking over and killing these bug people.
Okay, let me lay it out for you. I'm gonna lay out the second book for you. Hundreds of years in the future from that event, humans have figured out like from the bug technology, the bugger technology, how to essentially populate the galaxy. So they find a planet that they give to a bunch of Brazilians. They say, "You guys are gonna colonize this." They get there. There's another race of aliens there, a totally different race of aliens that they call the piggies, because they look like kind of like pigs, and they're like sentient. And they say like, "Holy shit, we messed up this bug thing earlier, like back in history. This is a chance for us." So instead of they interact with them to learn from them, but they do nothing to like give them technology or anything. Like it's kind of like a remote tribe thing.
Ah.
The other thing is they see like Ender killing the buggers as like one of the greatest atrocities of human history. Like there's been like this culture flip, where like what they call like the speaker for the dead, has like flipped the perspective, and they think, yeah, like what we did to the buggers was like an atrocity.
Hot damn. That is a whole freaking
And so
flip.
like, and like some of the characters, like kind of the characters that you're focusing on the most, like the people that live on this planet are like xenobiologists. So they're like the only people that are allowed to interact with these aliens. And they're kind of missionaries, to be honest. Like Orson Scott Card was like a missionary at one point. So there's a lot of similarities in there, but there's also like a lot of dysfunction. Like he doesn't really paint them as in like we're doing work that's beneficial. Like you know what I mean? Like he really does take some of the shine off of the missionary side of it.
Hot damn. How long is
We
this?
gotta do it.
How
It
long
just
is
needs to
this?
happen.
How long is the second book, by the way?
It's not super long, dude. Like it's it's an achievable read.
Yeah, honest.
The graphic novel I've never actually laid my hands on.
Yeah, funny enough, I really proved myself that I'm not illiterate a little while back. That I actually shared with Cody the other day. It was actually back when he was down in Halifax. So I read back and forth all of the Alien RPG story, I thought for sure we were gonna do the yeah. Yeah,
Dude, so
me, John, and Cody are all gonna meet up and do this thing, and then John bailed, and they're like, would you want to still check this out? Yeah. So we finally met up, and we've been talking about this RPG thing for so long, and we finally got time to get actually look at this thing. We didn't play it, but we at the time, but we did get to like actually look at what the hell I'm talking about. What it looks like.
the funniest part that you're leaving out is that you had the wrong set to begin with.
yeah, I didn't realize. When I was reading the book back and forth, and it was like, there's so many details. What does it mean, the rule book? There's only one book in here. It turns out I bought the expansion so long ago that I needed to buy the starter set, and I was like, oh shit, where the hell do I buy the starter set? So I'm like driving around all around Dartmouth and Halifax looking for this thing. And then Cody's like, we're still down for like our check this out at 5, right? Like, yeah, for sure. And I've memorized this one book left and right, and not realizing I can't even play it without the starter set. And I found it, and then I didn't realize they're telling the starter set tells you don't play any other one, play this one. Read this story first before you jump in any other one. And I was like, I fucking don't know this story. And I was like, oh. And I'm like reading on my way to meet Cody. I was like, and I'm just like, oh, all right.
Other thing you're leaving out for the detail, and like not to guilt trip John, but I also think it was your birthday.
Yeah, actually, it was. The fucker. No.
And then the funny thing is like that the mutual friend I was talking about, Carrie Ann, for the viewership. One of the funniest things is we did a dry run with Sully DMing and us playing like the first part of the campaign. But Carrie Ann had never seen Alien. She had no idea what was happening. And she was legitimately horrified.
Yeah, and I was like describing things. I was like, oh, if she doesn't really know about like the acid blood and like the face huggers, this is all right. I really got to go in detail about a lot of the events when these things are happening.
Dude, I can't remember what movie we were watching. It was like something like pretty innocuous, like Avatar or something, and she was getting a little fired up. It's like,
pipe her down. Did you watch the latest Avatar movie? I didn't.
Dude, I actually really liked it. I liked it more than the second one for sure.
Yeah,
I'm a bit biased because like all the underwater stuff really like kind of floats my boat.
But
they did like a weird thing where like I have to like talk to somebody that's smarter than me. But they covered the top of the pool with ping pong balls.
Whoa!
And I think it was to diffuse the light. So I'm curious about why they did that instead of like flying a softbox.
Yeah, that's interesting. I imagine they had like a lot of their underwater setups too for it. Weird.
Well, what I'm wondering is if it either caused less shafts, like you're getting less refraction through the water. Because it's like kind of happening, like the diffusion's happening under the water, kind of. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense at all. Doesn't really make sense. But then the other thing I was wondering, does it make more shafts? Because you have the ping pong balls and then the light's coming through.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's what I thought I was going to say. Like maybe they use the ping balls to add like the more like light, like the artificial light rays you'd see in water to give you that more like cinematic view you'd see into it. That you probably wouldn't get too naturally in the water. Yeah.
I kind of love the idea of just dumping boxes of ping pong balls into a pool, though.
That is pretty funny.
Dude, that's a problem. Like whenever because like we don't own a pool, like we just show up at these pools to film, and then like you watch like the poor people, like they're really proud about how clean and clear the water is. And then the first thing we do is start like dumping gallons of milk in it and bowl. Like it's just the looks on their faces are priceless.
You're like, what do you do? What? Yeah.
What else you got for me, Sully? What else you got on your list? Did we go through your list?
What else am I getting into? This is kind of the same thing I talked about a bit earlier, but I got into VTubing. Not me myself. I don't have a model or anything like that, but I've been watching VTubers. It's been my jam, as it was.
What's a VTuber?
It's we actually had one on one of our episodes. They were a jellyfish.
Squishy.
Yes. Yeah. They're like they have a virtual model, and they play as this. They act as this character they created, and play out normal events as they would as their character, kind of like RPing with playing games or regular vlogging stuff as they would as their character, and in a virtual tube, and they'd stream it live with everybody to interact with them and all. Yeah, very interesting stuff. Uh,
Sounds a lot like VR chat.
unironically, like it's kind of probably where a lot of it like spawned off from. But yeah, other than just being a game, it's just more so like just it's more so streaming related than anything, and like even like I think the original ideas are originally from YouTube anywho, instead of like say like a YouTuber didn't want to show their face, but they have like a little cartoon character that represents them as they're talking and explain the video. People wanted to like have an aspect as like a cartoon character talking as them, except like streaming live they can actively be this character as the events are unfolding, whether they're playing games or talking with friends. And that was the whole idea between be
What's your character look like?
I don't have a character. I just said I got into VTube. I've been watching because I was getting into streamers, and then I just started watching a lot of VTubers. Then you know what? It just what is one of those things where just like I get it, I understand now.
I was being a little harsh with the the chat thing, but I do follow some people, like there's like the Ginger VR girl, and like that's kind of similar because you see her VR character, but you're also kind of seeing her outside of the VR world too.
Yeah,
Her stuff is like really like Ready Player One stuff. Like she got the haptic feedback vest and all that kind of junk.
yeah. There's one girl that her name is I forgot her name. I think she's a streamer named Miko. I think that's her name. But she has like her whole shake like it is like super haptic to all of her fingers. Hell, even the chair she's sitting on, and she can spin around on her chair, and the thing like captures it all. Like it's crazy stuff. Like even boob physics, funny enough. So, yeah.
Dude, I saw a dude, he had like rigged up like a whole like spaceship simulator. And the first video I saw, he was setting up heaters and fans. So like if he flew up to a sun, I had to do this without totally blowing my lights. If he flew up to a sun, the heat would actually move if like depending on what direction he flew from the sun. So if he was going to the left and the sun was moving by on his right, the heat would move.
Yeah,
That dude's setup is wild.
yeah. There's also one VTuber who set up an overlay for Helldivers that he can have chat input like all the codes, so he wouldn't be knowing if he's getting support, backup, or just a thing to just rain upon hell on him. They would just like chat would input it up in for him, and all of a sudden he gets something, bombs, car, whatever. And at that,
Dude, did you ever see?
Go on.
Did you ever see the thing where like it was like one of the original Pokemon games, and it was like totally community driven, so people had to like work together because like you could just put in like one input, and you could be like move left or move right.
Oh, I did see this. Yeah, I actually know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Dude, it's like that's like gives me faith that the human like condition is not totally like hopeless.
Hell yeah.
For the right cause, we can come together again.
Just don't look at recent news.
It's pretty. Be better than the news. Read the news and do better.
That is true. Inform yourself. Read both sides. Don't just read people who agree with you more.
Dude, I do like I do actively seek out like news from other sides of the aisle than I may participate in, and I often think they're crazy, but it's entertaining.
I am the kind of the same boat where I do try to look at both sides, and there when say someone someone says a really great point that you agree with, but they say it's so awful and just so disjointed. You're like, I can't be associated with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I do. Like, I think there's similarities on both sides when you go to the extremes. Like, I don't appreciate the like, ooh, like the openly mocking people. I'm like, really, like we're not gonna get anywhere. This isn't how we make progress. You know what I mean? I think we openly mock the people we disagree with when we have nothing better to disagree with. You know, like that's when the conversation's over.
Yeah. When you're just mocking each other, and it just kind of devolves. And what there is this Gunland's law was that like a disagreement is bound to have at least one outcome by the end of the agreement, depending on how long it goes. That eventually, at some point, at the end of the disagreement between two people, depending how long it goes, they're going to be mentioning Nazis or Hitler in some shape or form. Mainly
Did you
because
say that was Gundam's law?
Gunland's law,
Oh,
Gunlan. I think that's it. I think that was the Gunland's law. I think it was called. But yeah, it's just based because like Nazis and Hitler are epitome of evil. That like eventually, when people become disagreed at a point, disagreed for so long, they're eventually going to be bringing up Nazis and Hitler to say like you're so extremist, you're like Nazis or Hitler or etc. So.
dude, I saw something wild where it was like a kid that's like convinced that he was like his past life was he was Hitler. And like I'm like, dude, why would you broadcast that? You know what I mean? Like even if it was true, like why would you broadcast that?
It's not even stuff you like. That's just feel like this something you just keep to yourself. I don't even know if you. That's so bizarre. What the fuck?
Somebody let that kid into art school. I'm just saying.
I mean, as long as he got in, I guess. uh,
What else have you been up to, Sully? So you've been streaming? You've just been watching the vlog things.
I have been getting some new work as of late. I've been trying to still keep busy in that front. I've been doing some like actual concerts and stuff.
Nice.
I might be working with one of my cousins, funny enough, soon, which is pretty crazy because he called me out of the blue, and he's like the most adult I know, and I thought like something really went wrong when he's calling me. He's like, why are you talking to me? What's going on? Is something happened back home? You're like, no. I'm in the city, and I'm hoping to work with you since I know you do film. I was like, yes, I do. What? Will you talk to me about this? This is not a world I thought you'd be in. But yeah, so now I'm gonna be talking with some books to see what it's gonna be looking like. But it isn't anything big. It's just like a e-sling thing that he's been doing for a while. So it isn't too big, but
No, it's good, man.
yeah.
Like one thing Halifax is really good for, and like shout out to Bretton Hannum about it. But like Bretton's been made some really great content. You know what I mean? Like I think it's good. I think it's good for the whole community.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
what do they have you doing in the stage stuff? Are you like just doing lighting?
I am just doing lighting stuff. I mainly am just like hooking up. Like I was at Scotiabank Center and I helped put together the LED wall. We just ended up just like have everything together and then getting ready to hoist up into the air and laying out all the cables and powering the stuff to the audio. But yeah, much power distro lighting, all that stuff.
That's big brain stuff, man. When I used to work there, I was a truck loader.
Yeah, we had to do a bit of that and and set everything up. It's been the name of the game as of late. Let's get there really early, leave really late.
I kind of like that schedule, like the formula of like go in like at 8 a.m. and work for 4 hours and leave and come back at like 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock.
It is actually really nice.
Hours.
I am a big fan because I do like to do stuff in my day, like adult stuff, like when I can get to when stores are open. Like holy shit, I was just so bad at closing everything at 4:30. Fuck.
Dude, you don't even remember like back in the day, like when stuff was closed on Sundays. Like, and you know, like you're working a film schedule, so Saturdays are right off, and then everything's closed on Sunday.
Oh, that sounds horrible. Oh.
Yeah, I remember doing a show where our weekends were Tuesday and Wednesdays, and I thought that was the best thing ever.
Yeah, whenever I hear about shows like that, I'm like, oh, that sounds like a great schedule. Ah, having it on the middle of the weekday. I mean, I can see some drawbacks, but honestly, being able to do stuff in that time is amazing.
Well, that's how like the theater schedule works. Like the theater like schedules your day off is Monday. So usually you do like a matinee on Sunday and leave in the afternoon, and then you don't come back until Tuesday afternoon.
Mm.
But it does put you like out of like whack with the rest of the world. You know what I mean? Like everybody else is like doing stuff on the weekends, and you're like,
Yeah.
I drink on Sundays. Like,
He was like, yeah, I'm drinking on Tuesday, guys. Hello. Yeah. But I am going to yeah, my sister doesn't watch this, so we're fine. Supposed to be a surprise. We're taking excuse me. We're taking my youngest sister to a concert in Toronto in middle of May. Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, we're going to go see Hatsune Miku. A
I
Vocaloid
feel
singer.
like you've said this already.
I
Maybe you
think
said this in
I
private.
think I may have probably said I think I may have mentioned this to you in person. Like I don't think we actually talked about it online, but yeah, going to a Hatsune Miku concert. I'm pretty actually excited for it. I'm buying a bunch of like Hatsune Miku merch. I've been stashing it just in my closet. So when we fly over and we get to the actual like stage, I'm actually gonna just like, oh, who are we seeing? I'm just gonna give her a bunch of the merch, like a swag that I got. We can deck ourselves out, looking goofy like Hatsune Miku.
What is? I don't know what that is. Like, you're saying the words, but
So Hatsune Miku is the whole point is like a Vocaloid singer. This was originated back in 2012. It's pretty much like a robotic voice that is a singer. It's a Japanese singer that does a Japanese robotic singer essentially, and people would the people who own like Hatsune Miku would make a beat and then put her voice in the robot thing and then just make songs out of it. So she's not a real person. She's technically like the very first YouTuber, technically that you would say in quote, but she's still a robot because she's not real. But she
what you're
has
saying is you're going to an AI concert.
yes, but she's been doing this for years, so literally like 14 years at this point. She's been doing it for so long, and she's in North America. It's not very often it happens, and I thought this was so cool.
When you're talking about like her being in North America, I just imagine it like a Futurama, like them wheeling a big like computer out onto the
Yeah,
stage.
yeah. I was actually like checking out like how like a lot of her concerts look, and they look pretty fucking bombastic. Because a lot of times they use like a lot of lasers to give it like that 3D depth of uh her going on stage and like dancing around everybody, and they actually have her bounce between like the nowadays the LED wall, but her doing cool stuff, and obviously just regular concerts where they have like fucking smoke glowing everywhere. It looks pretty sick. I'm pretty excited for her. Not gonna lie. I actually do
Is
fuck with Hatsune Miku a lot. Her music.
do they do like a hologram or something?
Yeah, it's pretty neat. I was trying to send a photo in the little chat a little bit later to show you some of her concert stuff. It's really cool. I'm a big fan. Hell yeah,
Oh, interesting.
yeah. That's my big thing, and hopefully, well, she doesn't. My family knows about the podcast, but they don't watch it. They don't care. It's
Sully, the new Mandalorian movie, Mandalorian and Grogu. Yay or nay?
I've only watched season 1 of Mandalorian, so I'm way out of loop.
So kind of a may.
I'm gonna go check it out. No, I have not
Um,
seen any trailers or for it at all. Actually, funny enough.
well, I'm bringing it up because like if you could ever have a Necro post be merch, they found it because they're doing a limited edition Grogu Furby.
What? What the fuck? That's crazy.
I didn't even know they still made Furbies.
I didn't know. I thought it was all. I thought Labubu was the whole fucking craze nowadays.
Well, they did do a Grogu Labubu, but the Furby's the one that caught my eye.
Yeah, that's actually shocking. I didn't think they'd go that far back, and for Baby Groot.
Do you remember there was a glorious time when the biggest political threat was Furbies in the Pentagon because they might repeat like secrets?
No, but that sounds amazing.
There was like at one when the Furby craze was happening. I don't know if you remember the Furby craze, but it's a part of my lexicon as growing up. There was like at one point the Pentagon was like, we can't have Furbies in here. They might repeat secrets.
That's funny. That kind of reminds me of like this dumb meme where I see like they added like dolls with like hearing aids, and you're like, why do the dolls have hearing aids? Like, can the other ones hear us? Like, like this whole time, like yeah.
Dude, have you heard of the Pentagon Pizza Index?
No.
This is so funny. It's like the most trade crafty thing ever. But they like, so when things kick off at the Pentagon, like when they're about to bomb Iran or invade Venezuela, it turns into like a whole lot of people working overtime. So they need to feed them. So what do? Like a normal person? They all order pizza at the same time. So people have been tracking like the pizza joints around the Pentagon. So if there's a massive uptick in business, it can correlate. I shouldn't say usually. It can correlate to like geopolitical events. So people like monitor it now.
That's crazy. For amount of, I guess like late nights and they're ordering pizza for the gang. That's crazy.
And then there's another spin-off. Like so the website that I follow, that if you just Google Pentagon Pizza, it will pop up. But one of the other ones is like they also like monitor the gay clubs, because apparently there's a fair bit of gay people that work at the Pentagon. So if business is down at the gay clubs, it often correlates with an event happening at the Pentagon.
Wow. That's actually hilarious.
And that is spycraft, ladies and gentlemen. It's not all about shoe bombs and whatever else James Bond did.
You got like the watch laser, the pen bomb.
So funny how much of that technology is just like my watch is a phone now. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I know, right? I don't have my watch on right now, but my watch has a little flashlight. It's the coolest thing I own.
It's so wild.
But yeah, what's else you got going on in your life, Mr. Cody?
Nothing, man. You know how it is, just life stuff. I do work probably too much, so squaring away space shows. Check out Starfleet Academy Season 1. It's weird. It kind of got review bombed, but I've actually been enjoying it. Like, I watched it. Been watching the new Fallout series. That's pretty good.
Oh yeah, that finished up not so long
I think
ago.
the second Fallout season's maybe better than the first.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting too. I enjoyed it.
I found a new podcast I really like called Answers with Joe, which I would really recommend.
Oh.
He has like a YouTube presence, but you can get him in other places where podcasts are found too.
Apple, Spotify.
And then mostly it's just getting ready to go to the, I don't know if it's technically the Arctic or not, but getting ready to go to Iqaluit.
Yeah.
I'm getting fairly excited about that.
Yeah, when do you officially head out for there anyways?
A week from today, so.
Oh.
They actually chartered us a plane, because I assume there's a whole bunch of crew flying up. So it's nice, because usually you fly Toronto to Ottawa and then Ottawa to Iqaluit, but we're flying direct to Iqaluit. Direct to Iqaluit.
Wow, that's actually pretty interesting. Oh. Yeah. And how long have you been gone
It was
for?
negative. I'm up there for 6 weeks. It was negative 33 there yesterday.
Holy shit. You're gonna, yeah, I can see why you're off trying to buy like thick burly hats and oh
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm strangely optimistic right now that I'm gonna be okay, but we'll see if I'm actually okay or not.
Growing the beard.
I just trimmed it. I was getting pretty grizzly. I trimmed it yesterday. But yeah, I don't know. When I used to do a lot of backpacking, I used to shave my beard off in the winter because I don't like the ice buildup in it.
That makes sense. I can't say much because I can't grow shit.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
Yeah.
But here you are. And then I like it in the summer because it actually like pulls sweat away from your face, so it's like totally counterintuitive.
Oh yeah, especially even to get a cool breeze, it feels like it actually cools off your face. Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know. I haven't been clean shaven in a very long time. Last time I shaved was to be on camera for like they just needed somebody running a follow spot.
Oh,
Um, so they asked me to shave for that. But dude, I grow this beard back in like 2 weeks. Like,
jealous.
not even kidding.
Yeah, I got gruff. Gruff.
That would be great podcast content. Like I shave and then we just do like the day every day take a picture thing.
Every day, just how go buzz cut, clean shaven, see how long until you just grow your hair back.
Dude, I had a skin fade on it was right before my birthday, I guess. I went and got trimmed up.
Oh shit!
And just like the dude at the barber shop was like, skin fade. And I was like, ah, sure. I was like, whoa, it really is the skin. But I can't this sounds terrible. I can't do that. Every time I get like a super short haircut, people will tell me I look like a white supremacist. I'm like, oh, it's doomed to look like fucking white trash, I guess, for the rest of my life.
Dude, I shaved my head and they're like, the fuck happened to your skull? Like, yeah. Yeah. I messed my skull up. Yeah, I will, as much as I like to say like my mom or dad messed up and make me sleep weird. My head shaped in weird as a baby, but no, that was me. All natural stupidity. Bike thing I may have mentioned 1,000 times. I crashed my bike, flattened my skull. Now I only realized when I shaved my head bald that I realized how fucked up my skull looks like, and I'm like, oh, that's not good. If I ever go bald,
I don't know if you did mention that story. I know you've mentioned previous bike injuries. I'm not sure if on the podcast or not.
Oh shit. Oh, okay. So I guess I'll wind it up. Context. So I'm 16 years old. I just learned how to ride a bike. I feel pretty good. My buddies were sick of me running beside them as they're all on their bikes because I didn't know how to ride a bike for so long. And then my buddy was like, "No, we're gonna take the time to teach you how to ride a bike." And especially as soon as I got the hang of it and started getting the flow, with the my one of my like our streets has a really steep incline and goes right into the school, and it's about like a few blocks just going straight down pretty much with like barely little stoppers, and then there's like a health center with like a parking lot and little cement things at the end. Anyways, my buddy who taught me how to ride a bike, he's actually really good at riding a bike. He can do tricks on it. He's able to do wheelies and all that. He's stellar, even drifts. Anyways, he tells me, Sully, don't follow me. I need you to go the other way. We'll meet you up on that end. Then I see him go down this way, and he's doing down with these, and I was like, I could fucking do that. And I follow him, and he's just like, whatever. So we're going down. No cars are coming up, and he does his drift into the health center that's like going straight down. And we're picking up momentum and doing this, and I try to do the same thing, and I have no idea what I'm doing because this is day 3 of me learning how to ride a bike, and I'm doing this shit. I end up trying to drift. I fucking fumble. I flip myself off the bike. I slide against the cement, and then my head up against like a little rock area just go stop. And I am seeing red. I thought my neck was broken. I was just didn't even move, and I was just staring at the sky like, oh my god, I broke my neck. I'm a fucking idiot. So my buddy, he comes sliding, he drops his bike after he sees me like completely wipe the fuck out. And he's like, oh my god, Sully. And he picks me up by my neck and he's like, Sully, are you okay? Shaking me. And I was like, let's go. My neck isn't broken. I'm like, why would you do that? I stayed on the ground because that's what you're supposed to do. He's like, oh, I had to check if you're okay. He's like, that's not what you're Okay, well, I'm fine. I'm just seeing a lot of red. I am like, I can tell my eyes became really bloodshot after that because I think a lot of blood just into the forward part of my face. And eventually, I see blood coming from the top of my head, and then I see blood coming down my shirt here. And I didn't think anything of it. I remember my buddy was like, "Let's go see my mom. She has something for this." And so we went to go see his mom, and then his mom was like, "Why did you bring me here? Go back to see your mom. Go to the hospital. Why do you think I have something for this?" So I go back home, and then I was like, "Hey, mom, I fucked up my head. I think I'm." He's like, "Yeah, you'll be fine." And then I just kind of just went to bed with it. Didn't think too much on it. Turns out I dented and it was cracked. My skull was like just fermenting there for a while, and I just kind of just didn't go to the hospital for it. Then my skull healed over, and then like a year and a half later, I went to go shave my skull, and then I realized I had this huge dent in my head. Then I was like, "Oh, that's from this incident."
That's wild.
So I'm definitely afraid of going bald because I know I'm not gonna look good. I know my fate.
Stories with Sully.
Yay!
Tales from the res.
Yeah. Just me being dumb. Thought I was built different.
I had a similar scooter accident flying down a hill, but I was wearing a helmet.
Yeah, I now actively wear helmets. Like I've learned my lesson valuably.
I was always like that pansy kid, like pansy, but like whatever. It's just like it's like whatever. I didn't mind wearing a helmet. Like it's like people are like, oh, why are you putting your seatbelt on? It's like because that's what you do when you get in a car. You put your seatbelt on. Like it's not like I'm going out of my way to put the seatbelt on.
I liked having my hair in the wind. I thought it was cool as fuck. Oh, the other day I had like this. Not the other day. This is a while ago now. My friend was biking to work. I ended up like having to crash into the sidewalk because I almost got hit by a car. He just was like almost driving into my own fucking lane. So I had to like, push myself on the sidewalk. I tumble and then I fall down into the ditch, and then my helmet comes right off, and then like I just hear snapping, whatever. I thought I didn't know how far down I fell. I got up, and then I realized my helmet flew off my head and then split in two. I was like, oh, well, I mean, the helmet served its purpose. Thank you. But shit, that was close.
Jesus, Sully.
So, wear helmets.
You just need to go everywhere with a motorcycle helmet.
I do have a motorcycle helmet too. When I tried to learn how to ride a motorcycle. This year.
I'm gonna like throw this out there in a totally vague sense, because I want people to like we're gonna build up a little mystery. But I told somebody, very much like I have a friend kind of story. But I told him the refrigerated spoon story.
Refrigerated spoon? Wait, do I know the story? Wait.
Yeah, you told us the story. It was like during from a previous bike accident
Refrigerated
at the hospital.
Refrigerated spoon. Oh my god. I remember like refrigerated. Why am I blanking on this? Refrigerated spoon.
Okay. We're gonna do this, and this is a potential place for a cut if you decide you want to cut this.
Oh yeah.
But remember, you were talking about like you had to go to the nurse to get your junk checked out because you had like a bike accident.
Yeah. I was like, what? I was trying to think, like, what did I need for a spoon for a bike accident? Like, oh yeah, you fucking. I have had my worst accidents on bikes. Yeah, fuck. Yeah.
And okay, first of all, Matt's gonna probably leave this in. You're gonna have to edit this yourself.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
And
true.
Cut.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'd never had a bike accident, but like I said, I had the gnarly scooter accident, and it was like the kind of thing too where my dad was like, I don't know, like you'd probably be able to do it. I'm like, oh, I'll be fine, Dad. And then the first time I did it, demolished, like tumbled. And I've never been good about like the whole need for speed thing. Like I just bail. Like if I'm riding a horse and somebody like like when I was a kid, they do the thing where like you're riding the horse all chill, and they shake like the bag of food, and all of a sudden that horse starts taking off. I'm out of there.
Running away, like already like in the car, like Dad started the engine, we're going home.
Sledding, if it was like, oh, this is getting a little hairy, I'm gone. I'm off. Bye. See you on the other side, bucko.
I think I may have told this story about sledding before. Me and my mates got this mattress from a dumpster and we used that as a sled. And and this is like there's like 7, 8 of us on this mattress. It was a pretty beefy one. Anyways, we're going down. This is another steep hill and it's super icy. And since there's a lot, we're 3 of us pushing it back to get momentum, and we start going down. And this is like not even like a street we shouldn't even be doing this because it's pretty busy. But we're just like dumb little punks. We want to be able to sled around anywhere we want. Anyways, we're sliding down and we realize we're going really, really fast. And then we realize, holy shit, there might be cars because there's a blind spot. We can't tell if, like, by the time we get to this intersection, we're just not going to get hit by a fucking car. We're banking on us going into the snowbank. But, yeah, we're going down. And then that's when we realize, hey, guys, I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna stay around to the end of this fucking ride. And some people started hopping off and just rolling into the ditches on the side of the road. And I think I was just like the third last to jump off. And by the time the other 2 buddies jumped off, the mattress, since there's no weight on it, it picked up even more momentum. And at the end of the intersection was this stop sign, and it rode out the snowbank, hit the stop sign, and it like split in two as it was like hit the damn thing. And we were like, holy shit, it like went halfway through the mattress and split in two. And we're like, holy fuck. And yeah.
Dude, when I think I can name drop this. When I worked on Oak Island, we had all these like gators to get around the island. And so like when you're going to like where they're actually doing the digging, you kind of drive across like the road through the center of the island, and then you make a left turn, and there's like kind of the swamp on one side and like just the beach and ocean on the other. And they had like just graded the road, and I was flying in the friggin' side by side, and I came around the corner and it was this loose gravel, and I started fishtailing, and like literally it fishtailed one way and all I could see is bog, and it fishtailed the other way and all I could see is ocean. And I just remember thinking, all I can do is put on the brakes. Jesus, take the wheel. And I just hammered on the brakes.
Oh.
And like I came out okay. I didn't end up in either, but I was just like, I'm going in one or the other. Like it's just happening.
It's either happening or it's not. Like I'm just gonna let fate decide.
Yeah. Jesus, take the wheel. It was amazing we didn't roll one of those things over, dude. Like I just remember like that's a problem. Like, dude, like don't give anything you love to a film crew. Like, you know, as soon as we get into that, it just turns into Mario Kart.
That is so true. I am also guilty of the said thing at a set. That's why whenever people are like, yeah, I don't mind using my house for a film set, and it's like, don't.
If there's one thing you people listening to this ever learn from us, is don't let a film crew into your house.
They're like, oh yeah, we can like pay you and then have. No, don't. It's not fucking worth it. All right. I've seen one place have a beautiful, beautiful fucking yard that became fucking mush and dirt and mud, barely unrecognizable green. It's not worth it.
They're gonna find something that's irreplaceable, and then they're gonna promise to replace it. That's just the way it always goes, man.
Yeah.
The amount of times I've been yelled at because we went into somebody's house and broke something, and it's like, well, like if it was that fragile, we shouldn't have been here.
Yeah.
The best locations are the ones nobody gives a shit about. They're like abandoned places. Like, there's a spot up here that we film at all the time called the Hearn, and like if you've seen, like you've definitely seen the Hearn in something, and dude, you could do any like well, actually like half of the Hearn we're not allowed in anymore because it's like collapsing. But like you can't do anything wrong in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. So what else is there to break? It's a destroy building already.
Have you seen the show, the Murderbot show?
The Murderbot? No, I actually have heard of it, but I never actually watched it myself.
It's good, man. Like I would like a friend of mine turned me on to it, and it's funny because like we watched it together, and the first like clip is at the Hearn, and I was like, that's the Hearn. And then like there's like a quick scene like shortly after that, and I'm like, I know that guy. Like this is filmed in Toronto, and I looked it up, and sure enough, yeah, it was filmed in Toronto.
I think that's
it's clever. It's tongue in cheek. You'll like it.
Yeah. I think there's something that also like I feel like just being in film that you like start to recognize certain areas or just like certain shots or way things are done. That's, I guess it's just a question to you. Does it ever take you out of a film or you're watching something like something's slightly out of focus that no more people wouldn't notice, or you're just like, eh, or like a
Not that. So let's say like the answer is yes. The focus never bothers me. I shouldn't say that. Yes, the straight up answer is yes. The interesting thing is like because From just shot on their own set for so long that a lot of people don't realize it's shot in Nova Scotia.
yeah, I know it's actually
Even people
crazy.
from Nova Scotia don't realize it's shot there, right? So it's that's kind of a fun one.
Yeah, 100%. Even people are like, I remember coming back home and they're like, yeah, I just watched the show From. I'm like, oh yeah, they shot it here. Like what? Yeah, they're getting ready to do so and so, and like what? They are like, oh my god. Like, yeah, man, it's crazy stuff.
Yeah. Do you want your hot Star Trek gossip, which I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to say?
All right, all right.
So in the most recent episode of Starfleet Academy,
Ooh,
they have to start up a ship called the Miyazaki, like a ship that got blown up. They actually shot that ship on the Strange New World set. So the
wow.
ship that you're actually seeing them in is actually the Enterprise.
Yo, that's actually crazy.
Yeah, dude. We do that kind of stuff all the time. Like we're constantly
Well,
some people are constantly redressing ships as other ships.
yeah, I mean, yeah, that makes sense, especially if you can just repurpose it. Yeah, like why wouldn't you? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it does get difficult. Like I don't know how
Does
like it makes a little bit of sense sometimes because you're like, oh, like it's all Starfleet, it's all like roughly the same class of ship. Like it makes sense that they be laid out similarly. You know what I mean?
does it ever have? I imagine this doesn't happen too often, but does it ever have like conflicts of like when you're like one show once they're set and then because they're like, hey, I'm shooting. Yeah, I kind of figured. Yeah, yeah.
It's a rarity because like we like careful about saying we. They rarely actually share sets.
I
The
kind of
only thing they
figured.
really shared that was like kind of a conflict, I think, was like the AR walls.
Uh,
And like the scheduling for that got a little funky for a little bit.
yeah, back when that was really popping off. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, Strange New Worlds is like one of the first shows, maybe the first show, to really use the AR wall like episodically. Like they use the AR wall in every episode.
Yeah, I think I remember reading about that too. Where I think it is the first show, right? I don't know if there was.
I think
Yeah.
so. Like like some shows use the wall, but they don't use it for every single episode. They use it for like, this episode has a planet, so we'll use it for this one. Um, but that technology is getting better and better, I think.
Yeah, so it should be like obviously if you look at the first season of Mandalorian compared to like where it's just evolved with other shows and just even movies, how far it's grown is crazy. Like
Well, and you're starting to see them use it for like things like doing poor man processes and stuff.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Like I know they've done things where like they've done like on location with a stunt guy in a vehicle, and like the stunt guy does a route, and then they do like the same route with a camera array. So then when they go to do the poor man process, like you're seeing the actual footage from the same route, and no matter which way you look, it's the actual correct footage.
I think I actually remember seeing like one video wall in like the first season of Fallout when they go to the first town, they showcase like the set and then they can see like the sunset and everything and how it's moving. It's like oh that's the video
Yeah.
wall. Yeah.
It can be a little trippy to work on, right? Because it's moving to match the camera. So sometimes it's a little like you feel like you're in that friggin' U2 music video.
Oh yeah. Go full Californication.
Well, I was thinking Vertigo.
uh,
Also, isn't Californication the Chili Peppers?
yeah, you know what the music video where he's like when he's like flying around. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Sully, it's been a couple hours.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
want to do the outro? We never did an intro.
No, we didn't. We just went off. We just went off. I mean, that's just like I'm usually the one on us about doing intros too. It's just because I've been gone for so long. I'm trying to get back in the element here, and
The inmates are running the asylum now.
it's true. We don't need no metric lines. As
Well, we do. We need somebody to edit this.
we do that. Yes, and obviously like even right now, like he has a whole overlay set up. Like he can just record something and it's like really easy to edit. I do not have that. So this is just raw footage. I feel so bad for the guy.
Listen, I'm gonna be like, I want to throw this out there. I was invited to the podcast as a guest. I know I've been on a bunch of episodes. Sully's one of the OGs. I've said this to Matt. I should say it to you too. I just really appreciate being invited to the game, and this is really important to me. So I really appreciate you guys have me out to play on this.
It's your last day. I hate to be the breaker of bad news.
Incredible. That's the perfect way to end that one.
Well,
that's what we should call this podcast, Cody's Last Day.
Cody's Last Day. Cody walks. Yeah, but yeah, that's it. That's all. We're on YouTube, Apple, Spotify. Let us know what you guys have been up to and what you guys are hoping to see. We haven't been around in quite a while, so please ask us for anything at this point. I'm falling into my seat. There's a lot of aliens and weird stuff happening in the world. A lot of conspiracy theories are coming true. Ah!